first and foremost, I know I've not been making videos for the past 2 weeks, and this it's quite difficult for me. You see, let me tell you, as I told you last time, I was looking for a practicum. That's what they call an internship. Yeah, before I joined my Ausbildung, they told me I need to do an internship, a practicum for 3 months. So anyway, I got internship. But anyway, that is a story for another day. So I'll talk about that another day. My internship, my practicum, how it's going, and how I managed to get it.
Yeah.
But now, here I am, and also Nyang. What made you so busy?
Yeah, as you know, work like usual. Yeah, work, and of course, also of course after work, of course, I also had other private businesses to also solve, so that kind of really took me off the scene,
Yeah, I understand.
sometime,
And here, this German is when time can catch you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so today I've been getting so many questions and so many texts on my YouTube channel, and people are asking, okay, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to find a Ausbildung. Which step should I start? Should I take my documents first, or should I first get the employer? But anyway, today, me and Onyang, we are just going to share with you the steps of one verifying your documents. Did I say it well?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we would go back again to that place where we were last time, actually, when we talked about Ausbildungen. And as Otako said, of course, verifying our academic documents here for an Ausbildung. We will first of all talk about the place called the Staatliches Schulamt, which is a place that is responsible for the verification of academic certificates of any kind, regardless of where you come from. It will always be the same system.
Yes, the same system.
So, yeah. So one thing you will need to start with, of course, before you even take that step, of course, we need the original documents.
Yeah,
and this you also know, actually.
Yeah,
Otako.
because but
yes.
I know, but now we have to share with our
Exactly.
friends. So, first of all, I have my academic documents.
Yes.
Then if I have them, they are the original ones.
Yes.
So which kind of academic documents? These ones that take me to university, or those ones that I already have that I did university? So which one is which?
Yeah, I think also really depending on what kind of Ausbildung you would like to do. It really depends on what you want to do. But normally, of course, at those places, they normally tell you if you want to do an Ausbildung, of course, they will always let you know right from the start, and they, by telling you clearly that they need your last academic qualification, the last certificate you held from school. Meaning, of course, if it's a university one, you can also send it to them, but probably it may not really be what they need. So in most cases, it's mainly the ones for the high school.
High school.
Yeah, high school certificates, You can collect as we would say, for example, we would always refer to the system in Uganda, which is the system that we are well versed with. You would need one certificate of your senior 4, and you need a certificate of senior 6. You know,
that's in Uganda.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, in other countries, I always say it, the document that can make you go to university, that academic paper that at least can enable you access university education.
Yeah.
That is the academic. That's the last academic paper that you may have if you don't have university.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So those you need to bring with you in original. And with them, of course, you need to go. And something I also need to still make clear is whether the certificate is written in English or French. And if it's really the case, then you don't need anything more like a translation, which is sometimes a requirement also, depending on where you send your papers. But in most cases, when your certificates are in English or in French, you don't need to translate them. So you just take them straight.
Okay, so let's start with you when you have your academic documents that are in English.
Yes.
Then what do you do?
When you have them in English, in most cases, you don't need to translate them. You just take them straight away to the city hall, you know, which is what one would call, like in our city here, it's called the Stadtbüro, you know.
And what do you, when you take them there, so what is the purpose of taking them there?
Yeah.
Because that's the Stadtbüro, it's not the office that you just talked about.
Yes. You take it there because of purposes of verification. You know, you're taking the originals, and they will look at the original paper and make a copy of it, you know. And after making a copy of it, as a proof that they saw the original, you get a stamp from their office, you know.
Okay.
And that way they say it's certified. It's a certified document.
It's original. It's not a fake document.
Yeah, which you call already, that is a terminology that is called Beglaubigung. That process is called Beglaubigung in German. You know, so if it's already stamped, they call it beglaubigt. Yeah? It's beglaubigt already. So, you know.
It's already certified.
Es ist schon beglaubigt, genau. So if you already have that, then you're well to go on.
First step finished.
Yeah.
So what you mean? After you have that,
yes,
the first step has been finished.
Yes.
So the next step is
the next step, of course, is then sending them, of course, to the staatliches Schulamt, as in those are offices that are responsible for converting any academic certificate, into the German, like they convert it already to the German system.
To the German system.
Yeah, so they try to get an equivalent, of it, you know.
That's like the German education level.
Exactly, exactly. Depending on the papers you give them, of course, you know. And that process, of course, when you do that, that then normally, as we said last time, that process takes
some time.
Some time. It can be 6 weeks, it can be 8 weeks, it can be 12, or even longer than 6 months.
So you definitely have to wait. Just like it happened for me. I shared this in the last video, but I can repeat it again. It took for me like 8 months, almost a year. And by the way, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also don't forget to follow me on my social media channels. On Facebook, Otako. On Instagram, Otako Williams. On Twitter, Otako Williams. Yeah, that is it. So when you have sent it there, you are waiting. What happens at that point when you are waiting?
While you're waiting at that point, it's really, because already they let you know, of course, that they've already received your documents, and they tell you the time frame within which you have to wait for the documents, right? So within that time, I would say, as in for the case of those whose certificates are in English or what, like, of course, when you reach that level, then you're already that far, you know? So but you can already,
You said if your documents are not in English or French, so give me that process. If your documents are not in English or French, what do you have to do?
There you have to look for a translator.
So at what level do I send it to the translator?
So it's only after making the Beglaubigung, the first step of like getting the papers certified, and then sending them. Like you only send a copy, you know, of the stamped document, you know, like they will make a copy of your original certificate, and it's that copy of it that will be stamped. So you make many more copies of it, and you just send one of those copies to the translator. But normally you have to take care, because it's also a bit tricky also sometimes. So you need to look for a translator that can translate, you know, you need to look for a translator that understands your language and can translate documents from your language or your mother, you know, your mother tongue, or, you know, your official language into German.
So let me ask a question. Do I have to just look for any person there that I know, and I tell them, oh, please come, you understand German? Yeah. You know Arabic? Yeah. Can you come and translate? Or there are people exactly that I have to go to?
You have to go to specific people. Like there is no shortcut. It's a very, very, very serious thing here.
So are these people satisfied to do that kind of job, or is it like anyone who knows the language does it?
Knowing the language doesn't qualify you for that, because we have to understand that the system in Germany is really so tight. So you need to really find someone who studied to do that job. So they are certified by the state to operate at that level. Yeah, otherwise it's not possible. So you have to look for someone who's officially doing that.
Okay,
yeah.
So anyway, so people have to look online and find the certified people.
Exactly.
In this, according to the state where you are.
Yes.
And then you.
Yes, or the state in which one would like to do I don't know what, So then you also send them finally to this other office, of course, that we talked about, that converts your academic certificate into they convert it into the German academic system.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So and when that, of course, is done, as you said before, like what could one do then after doing this process? Like as you're waiting for your certificates, of course, for your certificate or for the final verification of the certificate, it's advisable to already start looking for a job around that time already, like looking for what you would like to do, because then you have enough time in between to look for a place. So you could look for a place, and when you find a place that you're interested in, write an email to them or call them, talk to them.
I mean, like we did a video about this, how to find a house building in German. You will see that the link is up there. You can just see it, and then you click on it. You can look into these videos and see the process. But so after that, then that means that you are good to go to just pray and say, oh my God, I want it to come when I've got a good level. Are there times when you are denied a level?
Yeah, the times are there. And that's most especially when you performed not so well in some sensitive subjects.
Like what are the sensitive subjects on Yam?
Like to having passed mathematics, you need to having passed 2 science subjects. It could be physics, it could be chemistry,
it could be biology.
It could be biology. So one of those, or 2 of those.
As in your education level, you should have passed any of those.
Yeah. Mathematics and 2 science subjects, but sometimes there could be the chance that they say, at least the person has mathematics and has biology or chemistry or physics, and then a foreign language. But for us, of course, a foreign language wouldn't be there because we already have English.
English, which is the foreign language.
Yeah, which is the foreign language actually. So it makes it easier for you already, And they also read about our school curriculum.
Yeah, they know all the school curriculum of all the countries most of the time. And they know the levels that people are supposed to be.
Exactly, and how the certificates look like, how to recognize an original certificate. They know that too.
Because remember, you're not the first person to send these documents there.
Exactly.
So you should be careful when you are trying to. Yeah, that's what I can say.
Yes.
Yeah, because I know, let me tell you guys, German is so bureaucratic. That is true.
Yeah.
In German, bureaucracy is one of the things that you should, when you arrive in Germany, know that welcome to the bureaucratic state. Everything is bureaucracy.
Yeah.
From one office to another office, you cannot dodge. You cannot cut another office to another one. You can't jump one. Bureaucracy is there. So maybe, my brother, you have anything to add on to this?
I don't think I got really anything special to add. Onto this. I think that was all. That I had to say.
That's very good. And I remind you, before you go anywhere, first subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah, that's the only way we can continue sharing these videos, and at the same time also you follow up. When you subscribe, you ring that bell. That means that you'll be notified all the time any video comes on.